Good morning, my dear students. In today's lecture, we will continue the exercise 9.2. Yesterday, in the previous lecture, you have seen the exercise 9.2 was started and 5 questions were solved from this exercise. We are going to continue the exercise. Let's see, starting with question number 6. Let's see what is given in the question. Given that if the sum of a certain number of terms of an AP 25, 22, 19 and so on is 116, find the last term. Last term means nth term. AP is given 25, 22, 19 and so on. To see what is given in this one. What is given? We see that we are given the first term, second term, so we can find the common difference. So see, here we have A is equal to 25, D is equal to minus 3, 22 minus, and Sn is equal to given 116. So with the help of these terms, we will find the value of n and after that n. So see, n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to given 116. Write the value. We have n by 2, 2 into 25 plus n minus 1 into minus 3 is equal to 116. Multiply this to this side. We have 50 minus 3n plus 3 is equal to 232. We have multiplied this side. Multiply this n here. We have minus 3n square plus 53n. Here bring this side. Minus 232 is equal to 0. This becomes a quadratic equation. Now remove this minus sign from here. So what we have? 3n square minus 53n plus 232 is equal to 0. Now we have to find the value of n by quadratic formula or quadratic by splitting middle term. We have 232 and 3, multiply this, 696, and its factors are 29 and 24. We know the factor, so by solving you can find it. So we have, see, 3n square minus 29n minus 24n plus 232 is equal to 0. Here n is common. We have 3n minus 29 minus 8 is common. We have 3n minus 29 is equal to 0. So we have the factors n minus 8 and 3n minus 29 is equal to 0. Get the value of n. So we have n is equal to 8 and n is equal to 29 by 3, which is not applicable. Why not applicable? Because the value of n is always natural number. So it will not be valid. So we have got the value of n. Now we are going to find an. That is A8 is equal to a plus 7d. Now A8 is a, we have got 25 plus 7 into minus 3. We have 25 minus 21 is equal to 4 is your answer of this question. 4 is the answer. So this is the solution of the question. You can pause the video and you can note down the solution. I am solving question number 6. If the sum 6 is done. Question number 7. Find the sum to n terms of an AP whose kth term is 5k plus 1. Very simple question it is. See, we are given 7th question. We are given AK is equal to 5k plus 1. We have to find the sum of n terms. To find the sum of n terms, we need A, we need D, we need N. So we can find it from here. See, we are finding A1 is equal to 5 into 1 plus 1 is equal to 6, and A1 is what? A, first term. Find AN. So in place of K, we write N. So this is 5n plus 1. So we have got An, we have got A, we can find out the sum of n terms. So Sn is equal to, we can write n by 2 A plus An. Write the value n by 2, and A we have got 6 plus 5n plus 1. So your final answer is n by 2 and 5n plus 7 is the answer of this question. Very simple one. So you can note down the solution by pausing the videos. Let's see, question number 8 is very simple again. Eighth question, and question number 8 is given. The sum of n terms of an AP is Pn plus Qn square, where P and Q are constant. Find the common difference. Pn plus Qn square. What is given? See, Sn is equal to we have to find common difference. The common difference, by changing the value of n, we can find out A and D, and after that common difference. See, I am finding S1, means in place of n we write 1. That is sum of one term, and sum of one term is what? Sum of one term is A, that is first term. So S1 is A1, that is A, and this is P into 1 plus Q into 1 square. This becomes P plus Q. Now put n is equal to 2. So S2 means sum of two terms, and sum of two terms means A1 and A2. So we can write here A1 plus A2 is equal to P into 2 plus Q into 4, because 2 is square. So we have 2P plus 4Q. Now we have got A1 and A1 plus A2. Write the A value of A1 here to get A2. So see, I am writing P plus Q plus A2 is equal to 2P plus 4Q. See, send this P plus Q this side. So we have A2 is equal to 2P plus 4Q minus P minus Q. So we have A2 is equal to P plus 3Q. Why? 4Q minus Q is 3Q, or P, 2P minus P is P. So we have got A2 also. Now get D. So we have D is equal to A2 minus A1. A2 we have got P plus 3Q minus P plus Q. Open the bracket. We have D is equal to P plus 3Q minus P minus Q. So we have got D is equal to 2Q is the answer. Why? This P and P will go, and 3Q minus Q is 2Q. So this is your answer of this question. So we have got the solution of question number 8. You can note down by pausing the video. Now let's see question number 9 is important question. The sum of n terms of two arithmetic progressions are in the ratio 5n plus 4 is to 9n plus 6. Then find the ratio of their 18th terms. See, it is very interesting question. This kind of question was in class 11 side books. Let's see. Question number 9. In question we are given two APs. So we will assume two different arithmetic progressions. So write, let APs are A plus D, A plus 2D and so on, and second AP A plus D, A plus 2D and so on. Means in two APs I have taken two different values for first term and common difference. This is totally different. Now we are given sum of n terms. Means in the question we are given Sn upon Sn is equal to 5n plus 4 upon 9n plus 6. Now we can write the values of n terms, the formula. This is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here again n by 2, 2 capital A plus n minus 1 into capital D is equal to 5n plus 4 upon 9n plus 6. See, now in the question what can we do? We have n by 2 and n by 2 cancelled. Now we to find the 18th term, and you know what is 18th term? A18 is equal to what? A plus 17D. Compare that 18th term, A plus 17D. Here we have first 2A. So in place of A, 2A, we need A. So what to do? We write divide both numerator and denominator by 2. So let's see what we get. We get A plus n minus 1 upon 2 into D upon, this is A plus n minus 1 upon 2 into D is equal to 5n plus 4 upon 9n plus 6 is remaining same. So see, in place of A and D is already here. In place of n minus 1 into D, what is this? 17. To put 17 for 18 term, put n minus 1 upon 2 is equal to 17. Let's write. So we write the value of n minus 1 is equal to 34. So n is equal to 35. If we put the value of n here in this expression, so what we have? See, a plus 17d upon a plus 17d is equal to, write the value of n this side also. We have 5 into 35 plus 4 upon 9 into 35 plus 6. See the result. We have a plus 17d upon a plus 17d is equal to 35 5s are 175 plus 4 179 upon 35 9s are 315 plus 6 321. So what is the result? We have A18 is to A18 is equal to 179 is to 321 is your answer of this question. So we can find the solution this way. It is interesting question. So you can pause the video to note down the solution. Now let's see question number 10. Question number 10. In 10th question, we are given if the sum of first P terms of an AP is equal to sum of Q terms, then find the sum of first P plus Q terms. Interesting question again, it is important one. We are given SP is equal to SQ. Means sum of P terms is equal to sum of Q terms. Write their formula. We have P upon 2, 2A plus P minus 1 into D. This side Q by 2, we have 2A plus Q minus 1 into D. 2 and 2 will be cancelled. Multiply this P inside the bracket. So what we get? 2AP plus P into P square, and D also minus PD. This side Q into 2A we have plus Q into Q square into D minus QD. So we have got, bring all the terms in one side. Bring all the terms in one side. So see what we have. 2AP minus 2AQ plus P square D minus Q square D minus PD plus QD is equal to 0. See, here 2A is common. We have P minus Q plus here D is common. Then what we have left? P square minus Q square. That can be broken into P minus Q and P plus Q. So we can write D is common. Then after this we have P plus Q into P minus Q. Here minus D is common. We have P minus Q is equal to 0. See the expression. Here we have P minus Q. In this term we have P minus Q. In this term we have P minus Q. Means P minus Q is everywhere. So P minus Q we can divide or we can take common. So we write divided by P minus Q. So what we have? 2A plus D times of P plus Q minus D is equal to 0. Now let's see. Here also D is common. So we can take D common. So we have 2A plus P plus Q minus 1 when D is common equal to 0. Let this is an equation. Now we have to find the sum of first P plus Q terms. So we write here. See, S P plus Q is equal to what? P plus Q by 2, like N by 2, we have 2A plus P plus Q like N minus 1 into D. And see what we have got? 2A plus P plus Q minus 1 into D is equal to what? We have got 0. So put 0 there. So we have S P plus Q is equal to P plus Q by 2 into 0. So finally we have SP plus Q is equal to 0 is your answer. See the solution? You can pause the video and note down the solution. Now let's see question number 11. Question number 11 is the question of class 10th. It was in class 10th side book, and most of you have done this type of question. Still we are going to solve this question. Let's see. Eleventh question. In question number 11, let's see what is given. Given that sum of first P, Q and R terms of an AP are A, B and C respectively, then prove that A upon P into Q minus R plus B upon Q into R minus P plus C upon R into P minus Q is equal to 0. So what are given? First we note it. In question number 11, we are given A is equal to SP, means sum of P terms. B is equal to SQ and C is equal to SR. So we write the formula one by one. Say we have A is equal to P by 2 and we write 2A plus P minus 1 into D. We have taken the first term as capital A because A, small a is given in the question. Then we have to prove, I am writing A upon P is into Q minus R plus B upon Q into R minus P plus C upon R into P minus Q is equal to 0. See, we need to prove A upon P into this much. So here we have A is equal to this much. By cross multiply this term, we can write 2A upon P, the value. See, 2A upon P is equal to 2A plus P minus 1 into D. This one. This is equation number 1. Similarly, B is equal to Q by 2, 2A plus Q minus 1 into D. Once again multiply this side, we have 2B upon Q is equal to 2A plus Q minus 1 into D. Question number 2. Similarly, I am writing directly equation number 3. So we can write 2C upon R is equal to 2A plus R minus 1 into D, equation number 3. Now check the left side. Here we have 2A upon P, 2B upon Q, 2C upon R. Here we need A upon P, B upon Q and C upon R. So we have a trick in this question. What is the trick? Let's see. Multiply equation 1, 2 and 3 by Q minus R in equation number 1, R minus P in equation number 2 and P minus Q in equation number 3 and adding. So I am writing multiplying 1, 2 and 3 by Q minus R, R minus P, comma P minus Q and adding. See, after this, when we multiply in left side and right side both, so see the left side, we have 2A upon P and we are going to multiply it by Q minus R. So first we write the left side. See, I am writing 2A upon P in 2A upon P into Q minus R plus in second equation 2B upon Q into R minus P plus 2C upon R into P minus Q. This is left side. is equal to, in right side we have 2a in equation number 1, 2a in equation number 2, 2a in equation number 3. So 2a is common. So what is left in the bracket? Q minus R plus R minus P plus P minus Q. So we have Q minus R plus R minus P plus P minus Q. This left in the bracket. Plus, this continues the right side. See, here in equation number 1 we have d times of P minus Q, d times of Q minus 1, d times of R minus 1. So d is common there. We have d common. So what is left? See, Q minus R into P minus 1 plus R minus P into Q minus 1 plus P minus Q into R minus 1. This becomes, so see, here in right side plus Q minus Q plus P minus P plus R will go, and this left side will continue. In right side what we have? 2a into 0, because all these terms become 0, and after that taking d outside here, multiply all these brackets here. So see, multiplying Q into P, PQ, Q into minus 1, minus Q, minus R into P, minus PR, minus R into 1, plus R here, R into Q, plus QR, R into minus 1, minus R, P into minus Q, minus PQ, and P into plus 1, plus P. Last bracket, P into R, plus PR, P into minus 1, minus P, Q into R, minus QR, and plus Q. See, plus PQ here, minus PQ, plus QR, minus QR, plus PR, minus PR, minus Q, and plus Q here. All will go. Plus minus P, plus P, minus R, plus R. So what we have? See, 2a upon P into Q minus R plus 2b upon Q into R minus P plus 2c upon R into P minus Q is equal to 0. Why? This becomes 0 and this becomes 0. Divide this by 2. 2 is everywhere, or we get A upon P into Q minus R plus B upon Q into R minus P plus C upon R into P minus Q is equal to 0. This was to prove. This is your solution of question number 11. You can note down by pausing the videos. Now let's see question number 12. Is again interesting question. In 12th question, we are given the ratio of sum of m and n terms of an AP is m square is to n square. Then show that mth and nth term are in the ratio 2m minus 1 is to 2n minus 1. What is given? Sum of m terms and sum of n terms. In this question, we are given Sm upon Sn is equal to m square upon n square. Then we have to find the mth term and nth term. So first write the formula here. Say this is m by 2 2a plus m minus 1 into d. Here n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to m square upon n square. Here 2 and 2 will go, m with m square will go, this n with n square will go. Now cross multiply both sides. I am multiplying, see, 2a into m, 2am, multiply m into n into d, m and d minus md, m into d, this side 2an, this side, plus m and d minus nd. See, this m and d will go. Send d and d in one side, a and a this side. We have 2am minus 2an is equal to md minus nd. Here 2a is common, so we have m minus n. Here d is common, we have m minus n. This m minus n will go. So what we have finally? We have got d is equal to 2a, or 2a is equal to d. So now we are going to find the mth term and nth term. See, I am writing m upon an is equal to 2a plus m minus 1 into d. Here we have 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Write the value of d. What is d? D is equal to 2a, or you can write a by 2, d by 2. am upon an is equal to 2a plus m minus 1 into 2a upon 2a plus n minus 1 into 2a. It is not a, we have the sum a plus, formula is a plus m minus 1 into d and a plus n minus 1 into d. This 2 will not be there. So see, in numerator and denominator we have a common. am upon an, a is common, so what we have? 1 plus 2m minus 2. Why? This 2 is left, multiply 2m minus 2 upon a is common, we have 1 plus 2n minus 2. This a and a will go. Here minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1, minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So we have am upon an is equal to 2m minus 1 upon 2n minus 1. Finally, am is to an is equal to 2m minus 1 is to 2n minus 1. This was to prove in the question. So this is very simple question, and you can see all the questions. Today we have done up to question number 12. Other questions we shall see in next lecture. Okay, till then, God bless you and thank you very much. Take care of yourself.